What's shaking Booktube? My name is Cam and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a discussion video on a topic that's kind of gone around in recent times around Booktube. A lot of people are kind of piping in and I wanted to have a chat about it as well. Although on a bit of a different tangent to what everyone else has been talking about. To give some context, Caleb over at Insane Reader, really great Booktube channel, by the way. You've probably already heard of him, but if you haven't, check him out. He made a video that I'm pretty sure was titled something like "Negative Reviewers Don't Want Attention." And for the most part, I agree with him in that video, although there are a few little things in there that I think can be elaborated on. You'll see what I mean in a moment, but basically I just want to have a chat about rant reviews for views. And the greater topic at large of doing things for views on YouTube, or Booktube especially, and how people react to that. So yeah, this is Rant Reviews for Views. So Caleb at Insane Reader made that video, Negative Reviews for Views, and it was sparked, I believe, by all of the negative reviews at the time going around about Zenith, the book that was written by a booktuber, and essentially Caleb did a kind of negative review about that book as well, which is fine, of course, but the general reaction to that from other people was that all these people are jumping on the bandwagon to make negative reviews about Zenith because they want attention or views. Now, I'm not going to be talking about Zenith in this video or that whole situation. That's not really what I want to talk about here, but I do want to touch on the subject of doing negative reviews for views, or like I said, doing almost anything on Booktube for views. And normally what I would do with a discussion video is I would give all of the facts and then I would give my opinion, but in this case, because it's not really a fact-based discussion, this is really subjective, I'm actually going to give my opinion first and then give what information I can, which unfortunately does leave a bit of risk for people to just immediately disagree with me and dislike the video, but if you want to do it, just do it. Fucking do it. But I would just simply ask that you hear me out in full before you disagree or even agree with me about this subject, because there's more to it than just what I'm about to say. Basically, here's my opinion. I think most booktubers are aware of what gets them more views on Booktube, and they take advantage of that. And yes, that does include having titles that include the words rant review or having a thumbnail that says rant review. But, and this is a big but, so what? I think booktubers make a point of including buzzwords in their video titles and thumbnails so they get more views, but so what? Who cares? Good for them. This is where my discussion really comes in, and that is, if there's one simple message you can take from this video, it's that, can we please just cut the bullshit? And what I mean by cut the bullshit is, can we stop pretending that we don't feel a certain way about something, or that we're doing something for other reasons than what we really are? If I was to give you an example of what I'm talking about, it's like YouTubers that say they don't care at all about how many views they get on their videos, because I honestly don't agree. Of course, that's my opinion. That's speculation. There's no way of saying that is a fact, but I honestly don't believe that that's true. If you make a video, if you sit down and take the time to make a video, edit it, upload it on the internet, on a platform where people are there to watch the video, you care about people watching it. If you upload videos every week and they generally get, let's say 100 views, and then one day you put up a video and it gets 10 views, you're going to care. And that's okay. Can we please cut the bullshit and stop pretending like it's not good to care about views? Of course there's a line, if I'm talking about extremes, there's the fake pranksters on YouTube that have all the red arrows and all this bullshit on their stuff just to attract views. And I mean, again, who really cares at the end of the day? But as long as you're not selling out, I guess, you can still tweak the video title and the thumbnail in a way that is going to generate more views, and that's okay. There's this whole negative stigma about caring about views that we keep encouraging, And it just makes things worse because we all care, all of us uploading videos, we care about getting views. And when the general attitude towards that is that we shouldn't, we feel bad about it. And we end up feeling bad about something that we should enjoy doing. And I think that's the reason a lot of YouTubers are having doubts about making videos, or especially on BookTube, there's a lot of BookTubers not feeling that connected with the community. It's because we care about views, and when we don't get enough views, it feels shit, and we can't really say anything about it because people are just going to be like, well, you know, get over yourself. Back on the topic of rant reviews, please understand that this video isn't me saying rant reviewers want attention. That statement has a pretty negative connotation. If someone comes to you and they say, you're just making rant reviews because you want attention, it's pretty clear that they're just trying to piss you off. But I honestly believe that the people who primarily focus on making rant reviews, and you know the booktubers I'm talking about, it happens. I think they know that if they do a rant review, you know, every week or every couple of weeks, it's going to give them a spike on their channel, and that's fine. Let them do that. And the people doing that, just be honest about it. If you're putting rant review in the title of your video, don't say that you're not doing it because you don't want to get more views, because it's just bullshit. We need to cut the bullshit. Otherwise, we would just have Zenith book review. If you have Zenith book rant review, you're putting a buzzword in there for the obvious purpose of generating more views. And good on you. That's smart. Putting buzzwords in video titles is the smart thing to do. I see no problem with clickbait. Let's just call it clickbait. As long as it's honest clickbait. As long as it's not advertising something that is not in the video. And we need to stop pretending like anyone who uses a mild form of clickbait is a sellout or whatever, because it's just bullshit. There are quite a few booktube channels that focus mostly on rant reviews, and I want to make it clear I'm not saying that I think they're mostly saying negative stuff about books that they didn't feel negatively about. I don't think they're being dishonest. I just think when they do read a book that they don't like, they make a point of saying rant review, and that's fine. I can actually think of 2 channels off the top of my head right now that do a lot of rant reviews for books that I genuinely enjoy because they're funny as fuck. Like I said earlier, this is pretty much just my opinion. There's no form of fact really in here, other than the only fact I can really give is that negative videos with a kind of negative central theme on BookTube do get more views. They just do. Everyone who's been making BookTube videos for longer than a couple of weeks knows that. That's why almost every BookTuber has a book cliches I hate video, and that's why that book cliches I hate video is usually one of the most watched videos on that person's channel. It's just human nature. We enjoy watching people get passionate about something, and anger is a passionate emotion. So when people tend to make a negative video, we'll click on it more than we would for just May wrap up. I think we just need to be calling stuff what it is rather than dancing around it and pretending like it's this, pretending like it's that. We just need to cut the bullshit, just be honest, be upfront, and I think the people creating videos and the people watching the videos are going to enjoy it a lot more if we're just honest with everyone. Almost all my video titles and thumbnails I tweak in the best possible way that I feel is going to get me as much views as possible for that video without being dishonest or misleading. I can confess that right now. I honestly don't think there's a problem with that. So why should we be going after people who specialize in making rant reviews and saying that they just want attention? They're on YouTube. They want to get views. Leave them alone. That's fine. If you don't like channels where they make a lot of rant review videos, there's a simple solution. Don't fucking watch their channel. It's not going to affect your day-to-day life unless you actively pursue their channel just to have a whinge about it, you know? Anyway, as you can tell, although this video was kind of inspired by Caleb from Insane Reader's video, it deviates a lot from what he was talking about. I think saying booktubers who make negative review videos are just after attention, I think that's a bullshit statement to make. So I agree with Caleb in that aspect. But I also think that we need to just be honest with ourselves and confess that we title and thumbnail a lot of our videos in ways that we believe is going to get a lot more views. And some channels like to consistently make videos that they believe are going to get them more views, and that may take the form of rant reviews. It doesn't necessarily mean they're being dishonest. As long as that rant review isn't them purely dragging the author, I don't see why there's an issue with that. In fact, most of the rant reviews I've watched have been really well constructed analysis of the book. So more power to them. They're doing a good job as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, channels that make mostly rant review videos and videos where they're pissed off or where they're displeased or whatever, those channels seem to boom. Like, they get a lot more subscribers a lot quicker, and that's fine. Like I said before, that's just the type of content that we as human beings are attracted to, so it makes sense to me. And why shouldn't that person use that to their advantage? Anyway, I feel like I'm just repeating myself here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like I said, I'm not trying to say that people are doing things for a certain reason. It's just how I feel. That's what it looks like to me from an outside perspective. And like I said, I don't think there's a problem with chasing more views, and I think we need to cut the bullshit and stop pretending like there is. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, please do it in the form of a friendly debate. Don't just come at me trying to trigger an argument, because I just won't engage in that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Catch ya.